Are you flipping it? That means as you come into impact, you find in the video your hands are behind you and you seem to be just kind of flipping it up, spooning it into the air. If you do, I've got a couple of drills to help you. I think all of us have been working on getting our hips rotating quicker, trying to get through the ball, not stopping on it. And this is always a good thing until it becomes a bad thing. Some of my students in the past seem to be coming to me more and more frequently, and they're getting into a very strange position at impact with their hands more or less opposite their trail thigh, and they're kind of flipping it up into the air. If this is a picture that you know from videos of your golf swing, then I've got a couple of drills for you to try to see if you can't get rid of it. Really what's happening here is that you're not only rotating, you're also sliding, and you're resisting the rotation in your upper body, whether it be consciously or unconsciously. I know in the past a lot of us teachers have been talking about X factor, about starting the downswing with your hips and not going immediately with your shoulders. But although that might be true when you look at kind of biomechanical examples of a golf swing, in truth we're talking about milliseconds. If you consciously resist with your shoulders, you will either block your lower body or you will cause it to slide rather than rotate. If you're one of the lucky ones who's extremely flexible and is able to get massive amounts of hip rotation without shoulder rotation, then you could also, however, be suffering from this problem. And the problem's quite big. It's really going to cost you an awful lot of distance. It's going to stop you being able to get pressure on the ball and get really kind of over it, what we call kind of covering the ball with your chest as you impact the ball and really kind of get control over face. So what are the solutions here? Well, one of the first ones is just to understand the way that your shoulders are rotating in the golf swing and get a drill in there to actually help you to get the rotation correctly. You're going to need a couple of sticks to do this, a couple of alignment sticks. And what you want to be doing is basically popping them into the ground, or at least one of them into the ground, more or less at the angle that the golf club has at address. I would then want you to kind of stand so that it's opposite your belly button and around about kind of a hand's width away. The second stick you hold across your chest so that the majority of the stick is on your trail side, and then you need a mirror or something that actually gives you kind of mirror effect, because what I want you to do is to rotate towards that mirror and make sure that you're getting the lines aligned. You want them around about parallel to one another. What will happen a lot of times if you are resisting with your shoulders is the shoulder will go up in this direction. Of course, it will also catch you if you're one of those who comes over the top. But the trick when you're learning a golf swing is getting a feel for how does it feel when I'm doing it correctly. Telling your body, this is what I want to do. Now, what are you feeling? Now, it might well be that Joe's feeling he's getting a stretch here, and Emily's feeling she's getting a stretch here, and Jack really doesn't know what he's feeling. It's more kind of a global expression from his body. But getting that feel is imperative because you can't see yourself when you're swinging a golf club. So somehow you've got to find some kind of a drill which is telling me I'm doing it right, but at the same time giving your body feedback, this is what it should be feeling like, and then you're looking for that feeling when you're swinging a golf club. If you look at it from the front, the drill is the same, but what we want you to actually do from this direction is check that you are actually getting your trail shoulder ahead of that middle line. what you'll find if you're one of these people doing this is that you're actually behind that line. The reason is you're kind of unconsciously sliding, releasing the trail foot too early and sliding the hips through, which is causing your spine to tilt backwards, and you're getting too far behind the ball, which is one of the reasons this steep tilt and release is kind of getting you flipping. The second thing you want to be looking at is how your trail foot is working, and you can do that at the same time as you're doing this drill. And that's basically getting the feeling that as you start the downswing, you are coming off your trail heel, but you're not pushing off immediately. You're just kind of rotating around the ball of your trail foot as your lead hip is pushed back by your lead leg. And as that is happening, your trail shoulder is feeling like it's kind of catching up with the trail knee. And the trail knee is then only going to kind of help to push forward when the trail shoulder is caught up. Now, obviously, that's not something that you can think about when you're swinging a golf club, but when you're doing this drill, it will give you the impression of kind of waiting a bit before you actually start using that trail foot to help push the trail shoulder forward, a bit like a kind of a shot put. I want the feeling of kind of being able to push that trail shoulder forward with the trail knee. Now, I can't do that if the trail knee's done this and jumped into it. It's got to have that feeling of kind of staying back and waiting for the lead hip to clear before you go through. And this is where this kind of bowing of the knees actually happens, as if you're kind of opening your knees and then pushing off, rather than you're springing into the shot, which you see a lot of juniors doing. They get to the top and their knees just go forward to the target and the whole of the body kind of tilts back, and this is where you get this kind of spooning of the ball. Whatever your mistake is, the trick first of all is to identify the mistake, then to find a drill which shows your body what it should be doing, and doing that drill enough to actually get a feeling for that drill, and then using that feel in your golf swing. As all of these things, repetition is the key. You're not going to get it done in 5 minutes. You're not going to get it done in half an hour. It's going to be a question of weeks, even months. The average is 6 to 8 weeks. That means 1.5 to 2 months before you can get your body aware of new movement and integrate it into what is a complex movement like a golf swing. But if you've identified your mistake correctly, then you now know what it should feel like in order to get rid of that mistake, and hopefully in no time at all, you're going to start getting pressure on the golf ball and hit it further and straighter than you ever done before. If you liked it, don't forget to hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Thanks again to all of my patrons for supporting the site. If you'd like to become a patron, I'll leave a link there below as well. We'll see you all very soon. Bye-bye.